You know, if I have learned anything this competition season, it's expect Maddie to dance an unexpected dance.
Hi, my name's Caitlin, and I've read the secret Sarah J Maas book. My journey with Sarah J Maas started when she released Throne of Glass in 2012. You heard me correctly. It's been out for over 10 years. Anyways, this cover dropped into our lives in 2015, and I said no thank you, there's not a singular chance this series was going to hold a candle to my beloved Throne of Glass, and we hadn't even gotten to like Queen of Shadows yet. That's how much I love Throne of Glass. And while I do love Court of Thorns and Roses, my prediction was correct. But when I finally finished Kingdom of Ash in 2020, I went into a reading slump for the ages. ACOTAR was already starting to gain the chokehold that it has now. I wasn't ready for a new series, but I still wanted more Sarah. And that's when I remembered that Sarah J Maas had published Catwoman Soul Stealer a mere 2 years prior, the same year that Kingdom of Ash was released. This woman writes so fast. And that's partially why I feel like a lot of people don't know about this book, or they at least don't talk about it, because obviously Kingdom of Ash was like just such a bigger deal. Also, from what I can tell, Sarah only posted about this 9 times on her Instagram. And I might have seen these posts, but honestly, I think I learned about her book from either Marie Lou's Instagram or Christine Riccio's channel on BookTube. I feel like she talked about it briefly, but Marie Lou was like part of this group of authors that DC had hired to make sort of like origin stories for some of their most like iconic superheroes. I do remember deciding that it was a good choice because it was a standalone novel, and I felt like I could handle that at that point. It wasn't a huge commitment. It wasn't gonna just suck my soul. I also started watching Gotham around this time, so it was a perfect match. So I audiobooked it. And just like every other Sarah J Maas novel, I loved it. I thought a lot of people didn't talk about it because they didn't end up enjoying it, but I really liked it, and I looked it up on Goodreads. It has like a 4.1 rating, which is pretty on par with how I would probably rate it. And honestly, that's probably just because we don't have the time and space to get into a normal like SJM story, so we didn't get to fully flesh out the characters or the world the way we would in one of her larger series in the Sarah J Maas universe. By the way, the main character's name is Selena. How close is that to Selena? But can you imagine if she joined the SJM canon universe? I feel like if you weren't specifically around Sarah's books during that time, right when it came out and she was kind of posting about it, you literally wouldn't even know this book exists unless you ran into it in the bookstore, which so many people won't, because a lot of people start with ACOTAR, which is in the adult fantasy section, not the YA section, and they're just sort of now getting around to like the glorious Throne of Glass series. And honestly, if you went into a bookstore now, I'm not even sure if Catwoman would be next to it, because Barnes & Noble is being particular about what books they stock. That is a video for a different time. Anyway, I feel like it hasn't gotten enough love, and for the amount of Sarah J Maas content that I see on Book Talk, I don't think I've seen a single person mention Catwoman Soul Stealer. Now, it's been a hot second since I've read the book, so I feel like I'm not fresh enough to make a full review about it, but things you need to know. Our main character, Selena, is fighting in the trenches to try and help her sister who has terminal cystic fibrosis, and they are barely staying afloat. I don't remember exactly what's going on with their mom, but she's definitely like very much absent from their lives. And she's fighting in this underground ring with her clan? Gang? Is it a gang? They're called like the Leopards. It's very Selena Stardothian coded. Selena does get forcibly taken to this training facility, and then she's forced to come back to Gotham. And so the whole point of the training is so that she can come back and pretend to be a rich girl and basically infiltrate the elite circles of Gotham. It feels very Black Widow in that way, if you've seen the movie, with the Red Room and the ballet training and all that type of stuff. I can't remember exactly what Selena's main objective was. I feel like it was to steal a piece of art. I honestly cannot remember. During this time, Batman is off on some mission, leaving Batwing to defend Gotham. He is our love interest in this book, and it's very mysterious because they don't know who each other is, and they're always wearing these masks, but they have this really good flirty thing going on. It's all very dramatic. And Selena gets put into this tough spot where she sort of has to act like the villain, at least for a while she's acting like this spy thief person. During that time, she gets wrapped up with like the evil girlies of DC. So she starts hanging out with Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. And they're trying to pull off a pretty elaborate scheme that in the process, Selena would be able to heal her sister. Apparently, Selena and her sister are estranged in the comics, but in this book, saving her sister is Selena's sort of driving purpose, and I thought it was all done really well. At the end of the day, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember being very much in suspense like the whole time. I love that Catwoman sort of toes the line between good and evil, and it was really fun to see Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy as her friends. Sarah J Maas, I feel like, does female friendships really, really well. And I also think Sarah managed to keep their characters intact in a way that worked with her story and her version of Selena without straying too far from the personalities that we know from DC. Overall, I highly recommend it. And now you know about the Sarah J Maas secret book. So, have I convinced you to read it? Do you have any hidden gems from popular authors that you know about that other people don't? Because I feel like a lot of our favorite authors, they had a bunch of books come out, you know, before they get their big hit or whatever. Or we have a Sarah J Maas situation where like a standalone kind of falls through the cracks, that sort of thing. I want to know. Comment down below. Please like this video if you liked it. Click subscribe if you want to talk about more book stuff. My name's Caitlin. Thanks for watching. Bye! It says 10 grams of protein, but I'm still hungry. Do your job.